And he started the day, 41, 44, 45 points behind the leader. So he can really go for the lead. The fifth and final quarter-final here, Frasnelli for Italy. And wearing 8, that's Roddy Daragon for French in yellow and black. And the fastest qualifier, by the way, was Dmitry Yaparov. Here he is, of the 6 that are in this race, representing Russia. 13, Bransdal of Norway, who's got a very, very good finishing final gear. Lenny Valjas of Canada in there, 2 away from you on the right-hand side. And Sweden's Emil Jönsson, who's had a very difficult season. And Jönsson, very sharp start. Oh, what full start, too sharp. Too sharp. And he's acknowledged it. He broke too early. And gives us a chance to just reflect there on these men. Emil Jönsson, who, of course, has had a great deal of success, has won the Sprint World Cup in previous seasons. So, second time of asking now, and they've got to be careful, and this time it's good. So Emil Jönsson over on the far side, the world bronze medalist in white, wearing 28 from last year's championships in Oslo. 7th in the Olympic Games, a man who's notched up 9 victories at World Cup level, and so far this year 1 podium finish. That was in Davos in the freestyle sprint there. But straight into the lead now around the first left-hander is Lenny Valjas for Canada. And you can see what a good sprint team the Canadians have, with Harvey, Kershaw and Lenny Valjas, early 20s, and this man who showed up really at the beginning of the season with a 5th place finish in Kuusamo. He's only had, well, less than 10 World Cup starts, so it just shows you the sort of improvement that he's found. Competed in last year's under-23 Worlds, where he was in 7th place, in other words, just missing out on the final there. But again, that was encouraging, and was 15th individually in the World Championships last year in Oslo. So again, this is a little pedestrian and steady round here. It's going to be tactical, and the man following him there for Sweden is Emil Jönsson. 3rd place, wearing bib 3, Yaparov for the host nation. Then the Frenchman, Roddy Daragon. Haven't seen too much of the French this season in terms of success. Roddy, who's outside the world's 120, and so far this year has only been in the points, i.e. finishing in the top 30 on 2 occasions. The last one of those in the Milan sprint when he was 27th. So he's 1 from the back at the moment. Erik Bransdal, I think, a man to keep your eye on now, as they begin to realize that this is the moment where they have to start thinking about position here for the final sprint. And Bransdal just beginning to make space. He comes pretty late, Bransdal. 4th place at the moment. He needs to move. The Norwegian, who was a winner in Milan, another city centre sprint, but at the moment Valjas from Canada doing a mini Kershaw here, and being chased here by Yaparov on the near side. Then in white you've got the Swede Jönsson, and they're coming towards the finish now. Bransdal on the extreme right of your picture for Norway. Now look at Bransdal, he just puts him, it just goes from 5th to 6th and eases his way to the front there. And Canadian holding off the Swede, or is he? It's going to be a lunge. Oh, that's very close between Valjas and Jönsson. Jönsson might have just done the Canadian. That is very close indeed, but Bransdal very confident. And let's have a look at this There's the Canadian boot. It's on the boot, and it is the Canadian boot. So Emil Jonsson has to hang on. But that's a good effort there by the Canadians. That means that they've got all 3 Canadians through to the semi-finals. Bransdal looks to be a threat. Jonsson definitely in 3rd place, but I don't think quick enough. And it's going to go to the men in the first quarter-final. I'm pretty sure of that, because that again was not particularly quick in terms of time. 3:10.09, and by my reckoning, the lucky losers indeed confirmed, as you see the result here. The 2 lucky losers that advance are Norway's Anders Glørsen from quarter-final number 1 and Finland's Matthias Strandvall from the same quarter-final.